He has something that ate him.
What is that?
That's a meaty mussel.
I have a hole in my waders. It is in my crotch. I do not want any funny conversations or jokes later. This week, we are headed out to the Northwest Coast. We're joined by our friends Seth and Mary, who are introducing us to one of their favorite clam spots. Finding awesome things to do in the wintertime when it's chilly can be a challenge. Here's one of my new favorite activities. I love it because you can do it with friends, it's in the outdoors, and you end up with a full belly at the end. A little drive-in area to the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. We're in the Pacific Northwest. And we are just gonna try to snag up some mussels. Ugh, I mean some out there. Yep.
Go back in there. It's just like
excellent. I love that.
Ooh.
We arrived at the beach just before low tide, just enough time to harvest mussels before we went for our big clams. I caved it in.
So like softer rock?
Yeah.
That's like constantly submerged.
Okay.
And I think this just doesn't stay submerged long enough. It might just be the difference.
This spot is almost always underwater, making this a great mussel habitat, but we needed to climb into the rocks a little ways.
Alright, it's good.
Yeah? Good? Okay. Coming in? Oh yeah. Delicious, delicious.
If you ever wanted to listen to mussels whisper in your ear, that's what you're about to get.
I have a hole in my waders.
I think I do too. Feel my butt.
It is in my crotch. I do not want any funny conversations or jokes later. This is so cool. Seth filled up his bag with water, and we each pried mussels off of the rocks. This place was so cool. There were sea stars, anemones, and mussels. Matt, this is awesome. I usually just kind of grab hold and then just twist and twist until they pop off. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick work of it.
I actually like some smaller ones as well.
Yeah.
Not small, but
The big ones kind of get sandier sometimes.
yeah, like this is a great size one right here. This guy
This guy's dead.
is, I was just gonna say,
Yeah, just open.
He did.
Ooh, he's got a.
ooh, what is
got a
that?
visitor. He has something that ate him.
What is that?
Some kind of seaweed.
What is this?
Is that the thing that replaces the fish tongs?
Ew! Some of these medium, some of these are really big.
Yeah.
Some of these are like bigger than I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Tough, isn't it?
Yeah. There are so many mussels here, and this activity requires very little gear and effort to go out and try. The most important thing, watch your tides and don't get trapped in by an incoming tide with big waves crashing over the rocks. It's enough for us to have an appetizer, I think, don't you think?
No, I took it.
Alright, let it roll. With our bag filled with just what we need for an appetizer, it is time to head back. I'm afraid to put my foot down too fast. Like there's gonna be a trick hole. That was sick. That was amazing. We could totally make it on our own in the wild. Okay. Your call, man. I'm good with anything. Bonus, we found messages in the sand on the way out.
Boobs.
And
Penis.
Very tasty.
All right.
the ocean,
What's next?
nature is magnificent.
What's next?
Let's go get some clams.
Ashley, pound that beer before we get out of here. It's ginger ale.
I can't even chug the ginger ale. Hey, I was gonna try.
All right, Seth, where are we now? What are we doing?
Oh man, we're next to a road. We're gonna play chicken with the cars. I'm pretty nervous. I haven't done this since I was a teenager, but I think it's gonna go well.
Do you think you can jump as high or bounce as well as you did when you were a teenager?
We're gonna find out. We're going clamming. That's what we're actually doing, I think.
Just a few inches under the sand lie many edible clams, including gapers, other little net clams, purple varnishes. The digging is actually pretty simple. Just find some clam shows, small holes in the sand, and then dig down a little bit, get your hands dirty, and feel around for the clams.
2?
Yeah. One squirted us.
4 guys. Is this like razor clamming? Tell me about this.
Like super, like the holes can fat.
Got her swayed. We're looking for these. Oh, got 2 more. Boom. Those are purple varnish clams that are very large. That's what those are. Find one?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm going like all the way down to the rock, and I've been finding them.
Are you?
Sitting on. I think they're digging down to the rock and just getting
Chilling?
trapped there.
They're probably like against the rock.
I need to get it white already. Just like that. Do you see it? See how it's
yeah.
pumping too?
Yeah.
That's a clam.
You wanna scoop and all?
Sure. I think there it is right there.
Ew!
Woo!
That's a nice gaper.
That's a big old gaper.
I'm gonna hit that road, give you guys some light.
If you look,
Squirted us. Oh, look at all. Yeah, these are all big holes.
Look what I got. Screw you guys.
squirting at me.
At this point, I had 1 gaper, a few purple varnishes, but I was struggling a little bit. Yeah, no. Right. Yeah.
So it's a ghost shrimp.
These are great steelhead bait. This is the best steelhead bait you can get. Man.
Yeah, this shrimp.
Legs. I'm sorry for yelling.
That was really
Ghost shrimp.
There you go.
Delicious. After we had dug enough clams for dinner, our tummies were growling and it was time to start cooking. Hey, so we've got the cooker out and I brought 2 cast iron skillets, a really delicious sourdough, and I wrapped it up in some foil, and I have some fixings, but I'm gonna go ahead and set up like basically a steamer clam sort of situation. So I have some white wine, some fresh garlic, some sliced up shallot. I almost said scallion. I always mix up onions and shallots and say scallion. Mary brought a lemon, which I didn't bring. Excellent. And a few other fixins, some white wine, parsley, some seasonings, a little bit of red chili flake, and we're gonna make up some delicious steamer clams and have bread to dip it in. But right now I'm just getting things heated up, and I'm gonna start adding some butter and sauteing my garlic and my shallots on one side. That's where I'm starting. Oh, that's right, I can do this. I'm like, where can I set that? I need to set that there.
So I just do it over here?
Yeah,
Do I squish it like all the way down?
hard,
Hammer?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Dude,
We need one of those.
you gotta get one of these for sure.
we definitely need one of those.
That's
press?
bananas.
Yeah.
Just like is nuts, you guys. Done with enough, like.
A little bit of avocado oil. And then I have a 2019 A to Z Oregon Chardonnay.
This sucks. It already smells good and it's not even food yet.
I never do rosemary. Bunch of this. While the broth is preparing, we needed to clean up the mussels by removing their
Ugh.
beards
Barnacle.
and barnacles
Nice.
off of them.
Little guy. Just a little fella.
I like the like long,
Just hanging out.
long ones that are like
So what are you doing right there?
Trying to get the beards. So these are all beards that came off of other mussels that were attached to this one. Trying to get all those off, and then trying to get these little barnacle bits off. Can't always get all the barnacles off there, but it's nice to get some of them off if you can. I just use the edge of the pliers here to kind of scrape them off of there. It usually works pretty well.
What do you think?
I invite others to try new things, you know?
Yeah.
Always try new things. Good.
Yeah, I don't like that because it looks like a playground.
Going over here.
We are just rinsing all of the sand and debris and nasty off the outside of these shells.
Okay, so we have our broth going. It's just barely at a simmer. We're gonna add our mussels in there. I think that's great. That's perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead. I think we're gonna wait a minute and then add some of the purple varnish clams on. But I'm just going to kind of like top it with my other cast iron pan. Just let it simmer for a moment. Usually after a few minutes, usually not much more than that, they'll barely start to pop open. And once they start to pop open, we know that they are close to done. Well, pretty much done. So just after a few moments, these bad boys have like popped open just barely, and they are ready to eat. We're gonna throw them in a couple of bowls that we have here. And then I have some forks. We're just gonna eat them right out of the shell, dip them back either in our broth or in a little bit of butter I have, and dip the bread into our broth, and it's gonna be delicious. Here we go.
Are you guys excited?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had tailgate clams before?
Not off
Not
the
on
tailgate.
tailgate. No, that's new. First.
I love how we
That's a meaty mussel.
that.
That's good.
I dip my little bread in here. So good. The broth is good, I know.
Verdict on the clams?
The mussels
Mussels?
are great. Kidding me?
Great. Same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mussels we harvested just a few hours ago.
It's good, dude.
I feel like the rosemary was a good call. It comes out a little bit in this. Oh, I love that.
Where can people find this recipe, Ashley?
In my mind. It's the only place to access it. We'll throw the recipe to this in the description of the video, and anyone can do this themselves. I'm telling you right now. Oh,
Lord.
my. I feel suddenly like
It's making me
a lesser person next to you. Your muscles are so big in comparison to my muscles.
Huge mussels.
This one didn't
All right.
fully open. I don't know if I trust him.
Okay, we'll throw it back in.
Usually tell it. Some of them, that was questionable.
No.
Go ahead and just throw it back
I'm not
in.
gonna eat that
We
one.
got
Yeah,
plenty. Throw it. Do not eat the questionable.
This one is going to the camera guy. What do you think, Matt?
Tastes like more.
Tastes like more? Tastes like more now, please?
Yeah.
What's going on with this guy? This
Get
guy's
this
a
big guy
no.
in here.
That guy's dead.
He's
dead?
not looking so hot.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he's
looking
good.
pretty empty.
There's literally nothing in there.
All right, now the purple varnish
Solid
clams.
find right here.
Delicious. We're gonna get these guys back in. And one thing that we've just kind of been doing, just instinctually, is checking them, making sure they're not like a false clam like that. Throwing that in your brine is never good. We'll go ahead and throw him there.
That would have been tasty.
Yep. And some of them, like Seth was mentioning earlier, some of them, look how fast they're popping open as soon as they hit the broth. So we're gonna have to pay close attention here. Some of them look kind of open, but that's definitely a clam.
Hello.
A little embarrassed.
I'm too big for my
You do it.
Too big.
Just do a couple handfuls. That lemon slice, that lemon rosemary slice that I threw in there. All willy-nilly.
What do we know about purple varnish clams?
Yeah. Okay, so
those gapers look like this little.
Yeah. All right, here we go. That beautiful purple shell, purple varnish, here we go. Delicious. Could filter better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little sandy.
A little
Very good,
sandy.
We didn't have time to let them purge, so.
See, this one looks good. That one was perfect.
though. Yeah.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Mary's saying there's little pockets that you can see. I don't know if it's this little pocket.
I don't know if that's accurate.
It's all skeptical.
So that all looks good. This one looks good.
This is a twofer.
Mmm,
Here you go.
that's actually delicious.
It's literally just falling apart. Ooh. As gross as this party looks, it's actually quite delicious.
Really?
Yeah. As much
Alright.
as it looks like it's disgusting and you shouldn't eat it, I'm going to.
Could you survive in Silet's Bay?
Yeah. The gapers are just like way more buttery.
Really?
And juicy on the inside, yeah. Yeah, they're way better.
Hey Dash, we're at like 3% battery.
Okay.
Try one and wrap it up.
Try.
No, the pressure's on.
I know. This one's so close.
Oh, it's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So
Gaper.
there's like a coating
Okay.
of stuff over the neck there. And you don't want that coating.
That.
Yeah, that kind of like dumps on that. So
Okay.
it might peel off. There you go.
We'll peel this off. Got it. Excellent. Gaper. Oh my gosh, so much more buttery.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah.
And the neck is just a little bit tougher, but still really good.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. So, this is it. We went and dug clams. We went and picked up our mussels and we cooked them on the tailgate. We left our house at like 1:30, 2 o'clock today. We started at 4 o'clock. This whole thing has only been a couple of hours long. And what an awesome thing to do if you have some good weather in the winter or any time that you can get out and go get some clams. So I encourage you to go and check this out. Check into your local area, see what clams you have available. And if you're in the Pacific Northwest, look for some purple varnished clams, some gapers and some mussels close to you. And I hope you've enjoyed this and we'll see you next time. What?
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel for more fishing and outdoor hunting, fishing, cooking things. And I can't wait to see you for the next video.